In this video, we're going to be talking about a cheap YouTube setup for beginners that you can start using right away, whether you're a complete newbie or a seasoned veteran. But before we get to the products, let me say that none of these products have been sponsored. I've paid for each and every one with my own money. But hey, if you want to sponsor me, call me. All right, let's get started. So the first piece of equipment that you're going to need is a smartphone, and most of you already have that. So we are 90% of the way there. But what other pieces of hardware do you need? Let me show you. So the first thing you're going to need is the Ulanzi U-Rig Pro smartphone video rig. It's a filmmaking case that you can use whether you have an Android or an iPhone. Doesn't matter which. The next piece of equipment that you're going to need is the Ulanzi Ultra Bright LED video light. And finally, the last piece of equipment that you're going to need is the Rode VideoMicro compact on-camera microphone with a shock mount. So with those three pieces of equipment, you can build something that looks just like this. All you need to do is put your cell phone in here. You've got your microphone, you've got your light, and you've got your stability right here. I happen to have it on a tripod, but if you don't have a tripod, you can hold it on the sides just like this. Or if you want, you could mount this vertically to do Instagram videos or whatever you want to do. So if you're looking for a cheap YouTube setup for beginners, you can't go wrong with the setup I just showed you. Now, most people left the video because they got to see the equipment, and that part is done. So since you're still here, let's talk more about why exactly I chose this equipment for you and what you can do with it. So first, let me start off by telling you that when you're doing things with video, you're not quite sure whether you want to do this or not. After all, you are a beginner when it comes to this. So the reason why I decided to show you how to use things with your cell phone is your cell phone is something that you carry with you all the time. And like I like to say, the best camera that you can have is the one you have with you. And you've got this with you all the time. Plus, the camera usually is the biggest hurdle when it comes to doing content. You don't know whether you should have a Canon or a Nikon or a Panasonic, and then what kind of lens do you get. I wanted to solve all that for you and make it dead simple, because the cameras that are inside these cell phones now are phenomenal. They're much, much better than the cameras that you can get for a webcam. So like I teach my students and my clients, there are three pillars that you need to have done successfully in order to take really good video content. And the first pillar is stability. With the Ulanzi Rig Pro, you're going to get the stable shots that you need because you're going to be able to mount your cell phone inside of that rig. More specifically, right in here. It's going to make your shots much more stable. Because the thing you got to remember is it's not about your experience, it's about your viewer's experience. Have you ever watched a video that's all shaky? Looks a little unprofessional, right? I mean, if you're going for that look, it's okay, but most people want to have a steady shot. So with the Ulanzi U-Rig, that's going to solve your stability issue. Plus, what I also like about the Ulanzi U-Rig is it's got mounting holes all the way around it. So no matter how you want to set this up, whether you want to mount it on a tripod or you want to mount it vertically, for example, if you wanted to do Instagram Live or even Facebook Live videos, you can do that all with the same rig. Now, the next pillar is good lighting. One of the easiest and cheapest sources of lighting is outdoor light. You can use the sun. It's free. The problem is, though, that the sun is moving, so depending on the time of day that you're going to do this, your shot may look a little different with the lighting, and I don't want that to happen to you. So we want to have consistent lighting on you, the subject, because that's probably who you're going to be filming, is yourself. So how we're going to solve that is with good lighting. And that's where the Ulanzi Ultra Bright LED video light is going to come into play. Now, what you see me have mounted here, this is not the Ulanzi. This is actually an old, outdated LED light, but I just wanted to show you for demonstration purposes where you can mount it on the Ulanzi U rig. It's very light, compact, and powerful. And the last pillar is one of my favorites, because the one thing I teach my clients and students is if you don't have good audio, your video could be terrible, but if your audio is horrible, no one's going to watch your video. So I didn't want to skimp in this area, so I chose a very good microphone for you, and that is the Rode VideoMicro compact on-camera microphone that comes with a shock mount. Out of the products that I've shown you so far, the microphone is the most expensive part of this, next to your cell phone, of course. But you need really good audio, and I didn't want to skimp on this. I could have recommended cheaper microphones to you, but like I said, I wanted to recommend things that I have used personally that I know work really well, and I know that that microphone works whether you have an Android or an iPhone. It works flawlessly with both. The only thing that you might have to do with some phones, like some of the iPhones, is you might have to purchase an adapter for your Lightning port, or if you have one of the newer Androids with a micro USB, you might have to get an adapter. I'll make sure to have the links down below for all of those things. Again, I just mounted all this for demonstration purposes so you can see this. This is the actual Rode microphone, and this is what's called a dead cat. What's a dead cat? It's not what you think. What it's for is to stop wind noise. So when you are walking outside and it's a windy day, this is what stops all of the wind noise, because like I said, you want your viewers to have a really good experience, and with a really good microphone and a really good setup like this, you can do vlogging style videos. You can set this up in the corner of your room, in your bedroom, in your living room, wherever you've got the room. It's really small, it's light, it's compact, and everything is contained in one unit. You've got your light source, you've got your microphone, and when you put your phone in here, now you've got an all-in-one powerful rig to do everything that you need really easily and really simply.
Alright, I thought instead of me just doing a regular video of me showing you the camera bouncing around, I would just show you with me holding this out in front of me and actually walking. You can see that just how much more stable this is when you use the system that I'm showing you. This tripod really does hold this down really well. The Ulanzi U-Grip works awesomely with your cell phone, and make sure that you check the links down in the description below.
So if you were looking for YouTube equipment for beginners in 2020, you found the right video, as well as the best budget YouTube equipment in 2020 and beyond. So what's the best equipment for creating YouTube videos? I just showed it to you. Thanks so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. My name is Jory, and I will see you in the next video.